R.D. Sharma solution we are taking class 12 chapter 19 exercises 19.23 indefinite integrals we are talking about. Now the next question, if you see, this question is the exact question, but there are certain questions which are going to be following this question. So all these questions have the same way, process and technique to complete. So I would like to just present these questions and try to solve the question which is the question number 12. So how to solve this question? The process remains the same. We will convert sin x in tan x by 2 form, same for the cos x also. We already know the formula, so we'll directly write it. Sin x is 2 tan x by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square x by 2. This is your sin x. How about the cos x? It's root 3. This is your 1 minus tan square x by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square x by 2. I have just replaced sin x and cos x in tan x by 2 form. So I am writing now tan x by 2 as t just to make it easier for you to understand. I am not actually equating it right now. So 2t by 1 plus t square, all t is tan x by 2 here. 1 minus tan square by 1 plus tan square x by 2. So let's take the LCM now. 1 plus t square will be the LCM and the base is same, so you can just add the numerator, which is actually the denominator of the numerator. 1 is already there in the top. So we are just discussing the denominator. I have multiplied it inside. Now this is 1. So I was talking about this 1 which is already out at the up. So 1 plus tan square x by 2, this will be, this goes up, and 1 plus tan square x by 2 is actually sec square x by 2. So let me write sec square x by 2 in place of 1 plus tan square x by 2, which has evidently gone to the top. Now this 2t plus root 3 minus root 3t square, let me write it again in the form of tan x by 2. So 2 tan x by 2 plus root 3 minus root 3 into tan x by 2 whole square. So we have to now differentiate, integrate this. So we'll take this t equals to tan x by 2. This is the actual equation which will be replaced. So dt will be equal to sec square x by 2, x by 2 differentiation will be half dx. This 2 will go up, so 2 dt. 2 dt will be equal to sec square x by 2 dx. So numerator can be replaced by 2 dt now. And before we go ahead, we have to look at the denominator now. We have to make it as a perfect square in order to get the proper formation of the formula that can be replaced as the integrable result. So this is negative root 3t square. Let's, in the descending order of the power of t we are writing now. First we need to get rid of anything which is as an exponent of t square exists. Root 3 is there, so we'll take this negative root 3 outside. So t square, if you don't understand how we take outside and what happens inside, just divide everything by minus root 3. Whatever you get, you just write it. So negative root 3 t square by negative root 3 is t square. And 2t divided by negative root 3 will be minus 2t by root 3, and root 3 by negative root 3 will be negative 1. So t square minus 2t by root 3 minus 1. So this this coefficient of t, which is 2 by root 3, has to be divided by 2. You'll get a 1 by root 3. Now just square it. 1 by root 3 whole square and 1 by root 3 whole square has to be added and subtracted. So what do we get here? A square plus b square minus 2ab. So this is basically a minus b whole square. T minus 1 by root 3 whole square. And this negative 1 and negative 1 by root 3 whole square. What are you going to get out of this? Minus minus, you can just take common and just add this 1 plus 1 by root 3 whole square. So you have a 1 here. 1 by root 3 whole square is 1 by 3 only. This will form as 3 plus 1 by 3. So it will be 4 by 3. So let me write it as 4 by 3. So this can be squared like this, 2 by root 3 whole square. So 2 by root 3 whole square, you can just write it here, 2 by root 3 whole square. And this is just the denominator I am talking about. So integration will become like this. Numerator already I told you, it can be replaced by 2 dt. 2 I am taking outside, dt divided by t minus 1 by root 3 whole square minus 2 by root 3 whole square. So now we have a formula of integration of x square minus a square in the denominator. You already know the formula, but let me write it again just for your refreshing of memory. Dx by x square minus a square will be 1 by 2a log x minus a divided by x plus a in the modulus sign. Log is basically log to the base e. You can always write it as a ln. Mathematics people, they know what is log and what is ln. So 1 by a, 2a. What is 2a? 2 into 2 by root 3. Please remember, negative root 3 was already taken out when we were making the perfect square that I'll introduce just now. So this t minus 1 by root 3 minus a minus, that is minus 2 by root 3, and t minus 1 by root 3 plus 2 by root 3. This modulus ends and plus constant of integration. So root 3 will go up, but still we have a negative root 3 which is outside, which we have taken earlier, if you remember. So you have to introduce that negative root 3. This negative root 3 I am introducing now, and it is in the denominator, please remember. So negative remains there, root 3 gets cancelled, 2 gets cancelled, so we have negative 1 by 2. So minus half it is. Now there are 2 3 ways. See, minus log x is simply log 1 by x, because this negative outside the log will come as the power of x, and power of x to the power negative 1 or x to the power minus 1 is 1 by x only. So if you replace this negative, this denominator and numerator will swap. So t minus, this is negative 3 by root 3, and denominator it will be t, 2 minus 1 is 1, so 1 by root 3. Now you can just multiply root 3 numerator denominator, or you can take root 3 outside, that's the same thing. So root 3t, and this gets cancelled, root 3t minus 3, root 3t plus 1. This goes up, this goes down, because negative has been taken inside. What was t earlier? 10x by 2. So root 3 into 10x by 2, and plus 1 goes up. So root 3 10x by 2 minus 3 in the modulus sign plus constant of integration. So this is the final result which we were talking about. Okay, this is the result. This is the final result, and you need to write almost like this. The clarity, the different assumptions we have taken, the different formulas we have employed, all that needs to be registered here in order to give a complete solution. Now the next question, as I indicated earlier, they are almost similar. They will not have any other technique. Same sin x and cos x has to be converted into 10x by 2, and rest you know, because we have already at the 14th question from the beginning. Now these are certain questions which I have highlighted. Some of them we have done, some of them we haven't. But since we have done these type of questions already, I'm just showing it to you. You can just turn your page back and try to revisit these questions. But because this is the last question, this is my duty to start well and end well. So I am going to solve this question. Those who haven't understood yet, they can benefit from this solution. So I am taking the denominator and I will convert this cos x and sin x into 10x by 2. So 7 into, what is cos x? Now 10x by 2, I'll just represent it right now with a t, just to make it simpler to understand. So 1 minus 10 square x by 2 divided by 1 plus 10 square x by 2. Sin x will give you 2 10 x by 2 by 1 plus 10 square x by 2. Now take the LCM now. Please remember that we are just dealing the denominator right now. So 1 plus 10 square x by 2. Now 5 into 1 plus 10 square x by 2 will come. Other things remains the same. So I'm multiplying right now 5 into 5t square and 7 minus 7t square and plus 2 10x by 2. What do you get? 5t square minus 7t square will be negative 2t square. It's actually negative 2 10 square x by 2. This gets cancelled. Now 2t you can write, and 5 plus 7 is 12. Now this is the denominator because we already have 1 plus 10 square x by 2 in the denominator. And this all is denominator because 1 is already upstairs. So this 1 plus 10 square x by 2 goes up. This will form 10 sec square x by 2 because 1 plus 10 square x by 2 is obviously sec square x by 2. Now integration will become something like this. Minus 2 10x by 2 plus 2 10x by 2 plus 12. Plus 12 like this. Now let's take now this is the actual taking of t equals to 10x by 2. dt will be equals to, you already know about that, 2 dt will be equal to sec square x by 2 because all the questions we have done has the same assumption. We'll write 2 dt in place of sec square x by 2 dx. In the denominator, what are we going to get? So minus 2t, I'm taking the denominator, okay? minus 2 tan square x by 2 plus 2 tan x by 2 plus 12. The best thing is that you can just take negative 2 outside because we don't need anything in front of t square. It has to be away from any other thing except t square. So when you take this negative 2 outside, if you don't know how to do the other terms, just divide negative 2 with every term inside. So we'll get this t square minus 2 minus t minus 6. Now here will be a surprise for you. The surprise is that t square minus t minus 6 is factorable. What does it mean? 6 can be written as 2 into 3. T square, you can just write it as negative 3t plus 2t minus 6. If you take this t common, t minus 3 will come inside. You can take 2 common, t minus 3 will come outside. So you have a factor t plus 2 and t minus 3. Would you like to go ahead with the factors, or would you like to stick to all the techniques we have learned up till now? So this is the separate thing which I am just trying to explain you, because we can deal this question with the t minus 3 into t minus 2, but we don't want to do it. You know why? Because we are accustomed to certain kind of solving which we have done until now. So what we'll do, we'll take the coefficient of t, which is 1, divided by 2, which is half, square it, add in and subtract it. So plus half square minus half square. So I'm just keeping my eyes closed. I don't want to see this t minus 3 into t minus 2. I've done this as a perfect square. T minus half whole square, which is t square plus half square minus t. And 6 and half square, that has to be added. This will give you 624 plus 1 by 4, which is 25 by 4. And this will give you 5 by 2 whole square. Now what do you get? Sec square x by 2 dx was already, you know that it can be written as 2 dt. Negative 2 we have taken from the quadratic equation, and this is 2 dt. 2 is already taken outside, dt is there. Negative 2 from the quadratic equation. T minus half whole square minus 5 by 2 we just got by making it as a perfect square. This gets cancelled, negative is there already. Now when you have a negative, you can just multiply it inside and you can swap these two terms. So now this will be, it was initially x square minus a square, but now it has become a square minus x square. And we have the direct formula for dx by a square minus x square, which is 1 by 2a. This is under ln log. So x minus a by x plus a in the modulus plus constant of integration with a log sign. I just forgot to write that ln sign. You know it. So 1 by 2a. What is 2? A is 5 by 2. Log modulus of 5 by 2 plus t minus half and 5 by 2 plus minus, because see, I already told you it's a square minus x square. So when you multiply it by negative, it will be minus t plus half. This is simple algebra, okay? We have already done the question because we are just arriving at the answer right now. 2 gets cancelled, you will get 1 by 5 here. ln 5 by 2 minus half is what? 5 minus 1 by 2, which is 4 by 2, 2. 5 by 2 plus half is 6 by 2, which is 3. And t was what? 10x by 2. So write this 2 plus 10x by 2. You can write in this way. So 3 minus 2 in the denominator, which is t has been replaced by 10x by 2 plus constant of integration. That's your final answer. So this is the actual reference for you. You can just hold on to it if you are actually solving it by yourself. The most important thing is cos x and sin x. This formula, if you learn by heart how to make the perfect square. I told you that this can be made as a factor, but we didn't do it. We didn't do it because we wanted to solve it in the way we have just learned. So this is all about this exercise. Thank you so much. Have a good one.